Hello everyone, and welcome to this edition of Purple Eagles Insider. I'm your host, Britini D'Angelo, and today we talk with the women's lacrosse and softball teams. First up today on Purple Eagles Insider, we have Mackenzie Molodetz, a junior on the lacrosse team. Mackenzie, welcome to Purple Eagles Insider.
Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show. So how has preparation for your season been going so far?
It's been tough. We've been, obviously with the weather, it's been hard to get outside, but yeah, we practice 6 days a week, 3 hours a day.
How would you say, as a junior on the team, how would you say the chemistry is this year on the team as opposed to other years?
I mean, so far, all 3 years I've been here, the team, we get along on, off the field. Really, it takes a while to figure out how to play with each other, but yeah, it's been great.
So this season, the team was picked for 4th in the preseason by the coaches poll. Do you pay any attention to this poll at all, or what does that mean that they would rank you 4th?
Honestly, it doesn't mean much. That's mostly based on how the season ended last year, so it depends on how you were last year. So it's a new year, new season, anything can happen.
And talking about that season last year, you finished 9-10 overall and 5-3. Now, what are things that you think the team can build upon from last season?
Yeah, so far, every year I've been here, we've just improved each year, and we work harder and try to put in the effort to really bring Niagara Lacrosse to be better each year.
Last year, what would you say the biggest area of improvement was for the team?
From last year?
Yes.
I think just playing together. We didn't. There was a lot of girls that came back that had started or gotten a lot of time from my freshman year. So then last year they still had chemistry together and really just worked well together.
Well, that's awesome. So starting the 2018 semester, you guys started on February 17th. You guys are going to host Binghamton. What are your expectations for that game?
We just want to win. Honestly, the past 3 years we've played them, we've lost either in overtime or by 1 when I've been here. So I just really want to finally beat them.
Now, you say that you guys have lost to them since you've been here. So what would it mean? What would a win against this team really mean for your team as a whole?
I think it would just be a great way to start off the season. Obviously, they're not a MAC team, so as far as MAC championship goes, it doesn't mean too much. But it really just helps to start on a win and really just improve from there.
What are you most looking forward to this season and throughout the rest of the season to come?
I'm just excited to get out there, compete with a great group of girls. We all have each other's back, so it's fun to be out there and start playing games and working together.
And obviously that goal, the MAC championships at the end, what would it mean to take home that MAC championship?
It would mean a lot for our school to be able to do that, represent. Niagara hasn't done that, so it would just mean a lot to finally prove ourselves and represent Niagara like that.
Well, Mackenzie, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was a pleasure to have you, and good luck at your first match on February 17th.
Thank you for having me.
Next up on Purple Eagles Insider, we have Lexi Higgins, senior on the lacrosse team. Lexi, welcome to Purple Eagles Insider.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us. So how's the preparation for your season been going so far?
It's definitely been tough. We're working really hard. A lot of conditioning, working on new plays, defense and offense. We're all really excited to get back into it.
So as a senior on the team, how would you say this team and the preseason looks differently than other teams' previous?
Well, it's been really cool to be on the team from freshman year to senior year. Every single year we've changed as a team. The dynamics changed. We've gotten better. It's really incredible to be a part of it and to be a senior and look as good as we do now. It's exciting.
Well, Lexi, you've had some pretty incredible seasons yourself over your past 4 years. I mean, you were only one of 2 unanimous selections of the preseason team, and you also were the 2017 MAC Defender of the Year, and you made All-MAC first team. Now, when you hear about all of those things, how does that make you feel?
I mean, it's definitely really nice. It's good to hear that your hard work is being recognized. Some of the things, they're just preseason stats, so it's just based on last year. So I gotta, show up this year too and, prove everybody right. So,
what has been the #1 thing that you've been working on this preseason in preparation for the season to come?
The #1 thing I've been working on personally, I would say I'm working a lot on draws. I'm doing individuals every week with my coach and with my other 2 draw people, Rachel and Jill, and we're working really hard on that. It's an important part of the game, and that's a big thing to be good at as a team.
So last year, your team finished with a 9-10 overall and a 5-3 overall finish. Now, what are things that you think you guys can build on from last season?
So last season we lost to a couple of teams, Marist and Fairfield, who we definitely can beat. 2 years ago we beat them, and last year we didn't show up to the game, and that's what happens. You lose, and has a big impact on the season. So I think this year a really big goal of the season should be show up to every game. Don't downplay any team. You got to be ready to play no matter what team it is, and you can't let those big teams run you down. So we gotta make sure we show up.
And the first match you guys got to show up for is February 17th when you guys are going to host Binghamton.
Yep.
What are your expectations going into that game?
It's going to be a good home opener for sure. I'm really excited about it. They've beaten us the last couple of years. It's usually a really close game, so I'm excited to beat them this year, that's for sure.
Now, what are you most looking forward to for the rest of the season, and are there any matchups that you're really looking forward to playing?
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing Fairfield, Marist, Canisius. Those are all the big teams of our conference, and so those will be really good competitions, so I'm excited for that.
Well, Lexi, thank you so much for coming on the show. It was a pleasure to have you on, and good luck with the start of your season.
Thank you, and thank you for having me.
Last up on Purple Eagles Insider, we have Sarah Trifoso, a senior on the softball team. Sarah, welcome to Purple Eagles Insider.
Hi.
Well, nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So, how is preparation for your season going so far?
It's going really well. I think that we've all worked really hard over this whole season, and from the fall to the spring, I think that we've got a lot of good things going for us right now.
Now, as a senior on the team, how are you taking more of a leadership role this year compared to years previous?
It's definitely a lot of work being a senior. You don't really see how much different things that all the seniors have to do, but this year I've definitely taken a bigger role in being a part of the team. I want to make sure everybody's happy and gets where they need to be and help people out along the way, and it's been a lot of fun.
So in 2017, your team finished 19-26 overall. You guys were 10-10 in the max. Now, what can you build off from last season going into this season?
I think last season and every season before that, we've kind of gotten better and better, and I think that this season is definitely the year that we're going to be really good. We've got 5 really good freshmen, and we've got really strong pitching, and overall as a team, we've had the best team chemistry that I've seen over all of the years. So I'm definitely really excited to get going, and we've got a lot going for us.
Now, you mentioned those 5 new freshmen that are on the team. How do you think they've added to not only the team chemistry, but the team performance as a whole? Do you think they will?
They've definitely added a lot. They've caught on really fast. They listen to everything the coaches are saying, and they are definitely going to be really important as the season goes on because they will be playing in a lot of different positions, and I think that they fit right in with all of us, excuse me. And I'm definitely really excited to see how well they progress throughout the year.
Now, you guys are starting up the season this weekend at the Cleveland State Dome Invitational. So what are your expectations for this Invitational?
Well, we better win all of our games. But yeah, I think that we're going to do really well. I think we've prepared really hard, and we've put in a lot of effort, both on and off the field. We've done stuff in practice where we've done physical skills like conditioning, different skill work, and live stuff, but we've also been off the field, going to dinners, doing some team bonding, and making sure we do all of our mental preparation. So I think we're pretty prepared for it. I'm excited.
So what are your main expectations for the rest of the season, and what are some of your favorite matchups that you're hoping to play this season? Which ones are you really excited for?
Well, I'm definitely super excited to play our first away weekend after Cleveland State. We're going to Grand Canyon University. So I don't really know who we're playing, but they're definitely going to be good teams. And whenever we travel far, we go to Grand Canyon in Florida, and every time we go out there, we play really strong teams. And that's kind of where we base ourselves, because if we can play well against those teams, then we've got a pretty good season ahead of us. And those are definitely the matchups I'm looking forward to. Another in-conference matchup I'm looking forward to is Marist, because every year we come really close to playing awesome against them, and we fell short here and there, but I think this is the year we'll do really well.
So you are a senior on the team this year. What have been some of your favorite moments on and off the field that you can tell us about today?
Well, off the field, definitely our team loves to go out and eat, particularly sushi. Probably every week, sometimes once or twice a week, we go to the Fuji Grill right down the road. We all have to go there all the time, and we love it. We also go to Canada just so that we can go eat Win Sushi, and that's an all-you-can-eat sushi buffet. So that's like our favorite thing to do ever. And on the field, just in practices, competing against each other, it's never really negative. We always have such a good time, and it's always a blast, and we laugh at each other and with each other, and it's just always going to be a fun time with this team.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much for coming on the show. Good luck this weekend, and good luck the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching this edition of Purple Eagles Insider. For more information on Purple Eagles matchups, visit www.purpleeagles.com. Again, I'm your host, Britini D'Angelo, and we'll see you next week.